Jesse trees instead of Christmas trees, waiting instead of decorating. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Larry Van Deventer, and I'm very proud to be the co-founder and one of the directors of Logos Theatricus, and I'd like to welcome you back. It's been a few years since I said those words. Welcome you back to like winter waiting. For our little theater company, it is here on this stage with this production that Logos Theatricus started back in 2002. And since then, we've donated somewhere in the vicinity of over $30,000 to charity, to different charities through our good works, and put on a couple of good shows, I'd like to say. First of all, I would certainly like to thank Father Joe and everybody here at Our Lady of Nazareth for all the support and hosting us and letting us build appendages on top of their altar and everything else. Certainly would like to thank our choir and our musicians and all of our actors and our families that gave up lots of time not seeing all of these people. Would certainly like to thank my very good friend Pedro Salai, who just touched us with some really exquisite choreography in this piece. Very, very, very nice stuff. All right, a couple of reminders. Please join me in turning off these appendages. They did not have them back then, so imagine you're back then. They don't exist, okay? We'd appreciate that. And a reminder that we will have a 15-minute intermission between acts. And now to talk to you a little bit more about some very important things. My very good friend and partner in crime, co-founder Dan Keeley.
Thank you. As Larry said, it is a pleasure to be back here and to relive this moment again. First of all, I want to tell you that this production has over 75 people involved in it. And we represent this many churches: St. Andrew's, St. Gerard's, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, Our Lady of Nazareth, of course, St. Patrick's in Lexington, Cave Spring Baptist, Second Presbyterian, First Baptist, Windsor Hills United Methodist, North Roanoke Baptist, Ghent Grace Brethren Church, and the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke. All of those people are involved. Very good ecumenical production that we're having here tonight. So we think that this message of Advent is not just a Catholic thing. It's all of us. We all need to prepare for Jesus' coming. Let me tell you a little bit about our charity. Our charity that we are benefiting tonight is the Blue Ridge Women's Center. And since 1984, more than 15,000 women have trusted the Blue Ridge Women's Center with their most personal concerns: unplanned pregnancy, relationships, reproductive health, with pregnancy testing, pregnancy dating by ultrasound, pregnancy consultation, classes for women and couples, and other support services. They specialize in the well-being of women and their families, and thanks to generous community support, it's all available at no cost. So we are asking you to be generous. I know this is a tough time of year, but at the end of the performance, our actors will be in the commons with baskets, and there is a note in your program about if you want to write a check, we'll write the check to our theater company and we will distribute the money properly. We are working with the Knights of Columbus. They are also going to have a matching fund with this as well. So we're really hoping to raise enough money to purchase an ultrasound machine, which costs in the neighborhood of $25,000. Now, if that is what God wants us to be, we are so blessed. Thank you very much. And spread the word. Thank you. I forgot about your part. You have a part in the production. If you opened up your program, right there on page 3, I guess, it's the refrain to our Like Winter Waiting song, and it happens 4 times in the show. And it goes like this. Ryan, if you would give me a C, please. So, big breath. Christ is the way. Let me hear that. Christ is the way. Christ is the light. Christ is the light. Christ is the word of life. Christ is the word of life. Come, Lord Jesus, shine. And you hold that forever. Let's try. Come, Lord Jesus, shine. Come, Lord Jesus. Big breath. Yeah, you'll see me, I'll cut you off. Okay? Unless you pass out before. All right, one last thing at the very end, we're going to do a Come All Ye Faithful, Joyful and Triumphant. I will bring you in for that, but you know that one. Okay, you know Come All Ye Faithful. Hopefully. All right, go ahead.
We do have oxygen masks that will come down in case you can. All right, very quickly, I also want to thank our tech crew, all of our folks working tech. Please spread the word. We have 3 more performances tomorrow at 2, tomorrow night at 7:30, and Sunday at 3. Tonight's performance has 2 double cast characters in it. Annie Lupshaw is playing our Mary tonight, and Lisa Heffron is playing our innkeeper. And now, without further ado, Like Winter Waiting.
How are you? Good to see you. Right? How you doing? Thank you. Busy. Get ready.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, Kate.
Dad.
Yes? Yes, Kate.
Dad.
Kate, what is it? I'm sorry, honey. I've just been really busy getting ready for tonight's choir concert. Now tell me, what's on your mind that's so important?
Well, I was wondering if after you're done getting ready, but before the concert begins,
Get to the point, Kate.
can we get our Christmas tree?
Kate, we've been through this a million times. The Keeleys don't get their Christmas tree until the end of Advent.
But Dad, all of my friends have had their Christmas trees up for weeks.
No,
And Walmart and Kmart have had theirs up since August.
no.
And I know you guys these presents that I want to put under the tree, and no.
Kate, what about the tree we do have at home? Our Jessie tree.
But Dad, our Jessie tree looks so dead, and the ornaments aren't very Christmassy.
Well, come sit next to your old dad and I'll try to explain. Now, during the season of Advent, what are we preparing for?
So you get a lot of presents?
No, not exactly. Advent is the time when we wait for Christ to be born, just like the people in the Bible did.
What people?
People like Mary and Joseph and Zachariah and Elizabeth, the parents of John the Baptist and the three kings
Oh,
and
yeah. Those people.
so Advent is the preparing time, not the celebration time. Jesus was born on Christmas Day, and that's the day we start our celebration. That's why the Keeleys and Father Joe and a lot of other Christians wait until the end of the celebration time to put up their Christmas trees. Because the Christmas tree is a symbol of the celebration of the feast we call Christ's Mass. Christ's feast day. Christmas. But the Jesse tree is a symbol of Advent. Now Jesse was the father of King David. And the whole idea of the Jesse tree comes from the book of Isaiah, where God promises a discouraged nation and a new kingdom would come from the family of Jesse. A new king the whole earth would know as Jesus. So when we decorate our Jesse tree, it reminds us of how God prepared the whole world for the coming of Christ.
Well, then why does Jesse tree look so dead?
Well, Kate, I guess that's part of the message of Advent too. You know how the trees look in winter. They look sort of dead, don't they, with all their leaves gone? But in reality, they're just waiting for God to clothe them again with new green leaves in the spring. Kate, do you understand everything I've just told you?
Sure, yeah.
Kate?
Okay, not really. Can you repeat all that again?
If you would put this away and listen, we might get somewhere. So let's try to start from the beginning. The Gospel according to St. John. In the beginning was the Word.
And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through Him. And without Him, nothing came to be. What came to be through Him was life. And this life was the light of the human race. The light that shines in the darkness. And the darkness has not overcome it. Gabriel, the archangel, and I welcome you to this time of waiting, this Advent. I am sent to make announcements of great importance, but I came early just to admire this earth of yours, its icy cold winters, its roasting summer sun, its multicolored hues of human voices calling. And you are like fishes, twisting and turning from one moment to the other, seeking for what has not been found, wriggling through this ocean called time. But know this, God does not swim through time as you do. God is the ocean itself, and all your times and places are present within God's great depths all at once. And you swim through God's ocean of love at every moment, though it's so close you cannot perceive it. So come with me tonight. Watch how the people stretch and yearn and reach out for what was promised long ago, the coming of God in our lives, made small enough for all of us to see.
So, what do you think so far?
Pretty cool, I guess. But who is that Gabriel dude?
that Gabriel dude is an archangel.
Archangel? What kind of angel is that?
I guess you would call him the head dude of angels.
Oh. So, what's next?
Well, remember when I was telling you about Zachariah, the husband of Elizabeth, and the father of John the Baptist? Very good. So you have been listening instead of texting. Well, Zachariah had a very good friend by the name of Simon, and together they had a reputation of being two pretty funny guys.
Wait, the Bible has funny people in it?
Okay, just relax. Let me finish the story. Now, Zachariah, there was a man who knew about waiting. Oh, I'm sorry. Zachariah, as I was saying, was heard telling his friend Simon.
Isn't it beautiful to hear about all this winter and spring, all that waiting and everything? Don't you love it, Simon?
Very much, Zachariah. I am always
And look how all nature's in the process of waiting. Take the cedars, for instance. Look how tall they are and how long it took them to get that way. Little twigs when they start, and thousands of years later, they are giants.
I am glad we human beings don't have to wait so long.
And they take care of the future, too. They don't just sit around hoping there'll be more cedars when they die off. No, they send out these little things. What are they called?
I think they are called burrows.
Burrows! These they send out so that new trees will start from them. And Lebanon will never be without its tall stands of trees. It is a wonder, Simon.
As I was saying, I am glad we humans don't have to wait so long to get big, Zachary. Parents would be changing diapers forever.
True, true, my friend. And you've changed many diapers yourself in your day with all the kids you've had. Why do you keep having children, Simon?
Oh, we love them all. And this is how the human race carries itself forth, Zachary. Generation to generation.
Easy for you to say. You and Martha had 30 or 40 children. And Elizabeth and I have none. We're old now and we'll never see our children's children because we do not have any children. None.
We do not have 30 or 40 children, Zachary. You know that.
How many do you have?
Well, 15 or 20?
And God's grand plan goes on without me. Let the others have the children, I guess. My line of descendants is finished. Others like yours goes on and on. Who knows? Maybe the lines will cross one day and there'll come a Messiah.
From the house of David.
Think of all the ancestors from the line of David. Did you remember them?
Of course I can. It's Caesar. Abram had Isaac, and Isaac then had Jacob, and Judah with his hammer they had Perez. Solomon had Boaz, and Ruth and he had Obed, whose Jesse was the father of King David, who in the wife of Uriah brought forth Solomon.
Uzziah, he had Jotham, and Jotham was the son of Hezekiah. Then Manasseh had Amos, and Amos had Josiah, whose son was in the Babylonian exile, which saw the destruction of Israel and Judah.
They're two wild and crazy guys.
Yes, well, I'm glad you like them.
I like your story so far, Dad. But what do all these people have to do with me getting a Christmas tree?
Patience, Kate, patience. The Bible wasn't written in a day. Let me finish telling you where I was going with this, all right? Remember that angel at the beginning of the story? What was his name?
Gabriel,
Right. And what kind of angel was Gabriel?
an archangel.
Right again. Now, Gabriel visited some very important people, and he had some very important annunciations to tell them.
Annunciations?
Announcements. Annunciations are announcements.
Well then, who did he announce his annunciations to?
The promise is almost upon us. It has made a stately crossing through the ages, and soon will come true.
But I believe you. I need no proof. Wow, those were some pretty powerful announcements.
You mean annunciations.
Yeah, that too. So Dad, did Mary ever tell Elizabeth and Elizabeth tell Mary?
Well, it's funny you asked that because I was just getting to that part in the story. Mary set out at that time and went as quickly as she could to a town in the hill country of Judah. She went into Zachariah's house and greeted Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, wait till you hear. I've been told to expect a child, a very special one who can save your food. But Elizabeth, I see you're also his child after all these years.
Yes, dear Mary. And the baby in my womb leapt with joy the moment you came near to us.
My soul magnifies the Lord, Elizabeth, and my spirit takes great joy in God, who is my Savior. He has looked upon his lowly servant with great favor. Surely, from now on, every generation will call me blessed.
A new generation is watching you now, Mary. Do you see the little ones hiding and watching you with awe?
I do. Come, children. Don't be afraid. Come here around me. What is it you want to ask me? There is something. I can see it in your eyes. Come on, get comfortable. There. Now, what can I tell you? Oh, Mary, tell us, what will your child be like? I know that he is gentle, who sleeps beneath my breast.
told us, teach us to wait like you. Starting to catch on?
I guess so. Elizabeth waited a long time to have a baby, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And poor Zachariah. Did he lose his voice because he didn't understand what Advent meant?
No. Zachariah lost his voice because he didn't listen to what God had to tell him.
Oh. Well, I guess his wife and friend missed him talking very much.
Well, sort of.
Oh.
Well, Zechariah, I miss our old talks together. You are here with me, and I am here with you, but we're not both here. What I mean is, we can't converse. You know, Zach, I've never gotten in 2 sentences in a row before. Not that you used to talk too much or anything. But I've discovered that I have things to say too. Maybe we should just keep it this way. Just kidding. Say, how about you, Elizabeth? A pregnant baby. You said it was too late for you and your mom. You would never have a child, and on and on. Well, God has many miracles up his sleeve, so to speak. How else could an old dog like you get her pregnant, I asked you. You know what is beautiful? Your cousin Mary. I do have to say, she seems awfully pregnant for getting married so recently. But she is so loving and so good with children. She will be a great mother. So will Elizabeth too, Zach. I wish she could talk it over with you and you could hear what she says. I am sure that she is very tolerant of your silence, my friend. She is very patient with you. She never complains.
Well, we cannot talk now. My husband, my old Zach. After all these years, going on and on and on and on and on. Never a thought unspoken. Now he's silent when I need him most. Now that we've something to talk about, barren through life like some stone-cold winter. And now some lilies grow. Summer of flowers, old earth breaks forth, old life new birth. Our withered sorrows now bloom, now grow. Hope grows tall now from this dry land. This will shine, promise long ago.
Dad, what did Elizabeth mean when she told Mary the baby inside of her leapt for joy? How can a baby leap when it's inside its mother?
Well, Kate, you need to understand that Elizabeth's baby was a very, very special baby.
A baby from God?
Yes, Kate. A baby from God.
Yes! Yes! After all this time, Mom is pregnant with me. I'm inside her now, growing, growing. Soon I will be born. Soon I will be John. Soon I will be called John the Baptist. I cannot wait. Soon, soon, the God of justice will be heard on earth. I want to be sent out to the world with its summer glories, with its winter soon to come. To the world, befuddled and grimy to its soul. I want to wash its hands. I want to set it on its feet. Soon, soon. Soon the beginning, soon the believing, soon will the people welcome the King. Soon is the winning, soon is the water, soon is the washing, clean of all sin. Soon we will sing it, soon we will sing it, sing it to everyone, Jesus is here. Long was the waiting, now is the growing, out of the cold earth into the light. Gone is the doubting, soon is the doing, soon the receiving, God in the world. Soon we will sing it, soon we will sing it, sing it to everyone, Jesus is Then the repentance, then the pursuit, then the recovery, not to the end. Then will be water, then will be wonder, then will the counselor come as a friend. Soon we will sing it, soon we will sing it, sing it to everyone, Jesus is here.
We will now have a 15-minute intermission. 10-minute intermission.
All the
Dad,
Yes, Kate?
what happened to Elizabeth? Did she ever have her baby?
Well, I was just about getting
And
ready.
is Zachariah get his voice back?
And, well, you see,
And they called their baby?
Kate,
What?
who is telling this story?
You are...
Right. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Meanwhile, the time came for Elizabeth to have her baby.
Oh, Simon! Listen, I have my voice back again.
And you will need it to raise a child at your age.
Right you are, my friend. We have a child now, Elizabeth and I.
How did you ever come up with the name John for your little baby? That name was never in your family, was it?
Oh, it's a long story. You want to hear all about
No. I am sure you will tell me later. I will drop the question. But your little kid is so cute. A male to carry on your line. You said you'd never be like the rest of us, do you remember? Never have any children of your own.
it? Simon! You talk too much. Oh, when did you begin all this chatter?
Hey, it is what you used to do.
Maybe so, but I received a lesson on how to shut up.
So why should go you too? Thanks anyway. Besides, that angel wants to give children to everybody, and I have enough already, thank you.
Oh, your children are wonderful, and so is the tiny flower that sprouted from Elizabeth and I. But Simon, the really important birth is the one to come. Something tells me all the lines are converging.
You don't mean the child Mary is carrying, do you?
That's exactly who I mean. Look at them. Mary, so beautiful and pure. Joseph, noble, loving, and so sure of what he is doing.
People do not talk highly of Mary and Joseph's wedding, you know, Zach.
You mean because of her condition? Well, let them talk, Simon. This marriage will certainly go right. This is to be a miracle birth!
All right, Zach, all right, whatever you say. The story is just a little strange.
Joseph understood everything when he married her. He knew exactly what he was doing. He is a wise man, Simon. A wise man.
I am a fool. At least my friends tell me so. I have married a pregnant woman, and I knew all about it beforehand. Sometimes when I see her, I think I don't know her at all, and cannot understand her words to me. This babe will be God's own child, but I will stay with her always. I will trust in my God. I will love her forever. Oh, my questioning soul keeps questioning me all the while. Who is this woman? Mysterious to see, so simple, so clear, so filled with quiet deep. Who is this woman so free? Her life is boundless, and lightly does she go. She God give life. May God give life to is waiting for this love in cold and in death, in days of destiny. So does the world wait to see. May God give life. May God give life to thee. May God give life. May God give life to thee. May God give life. May God give life to thee. May God give life. May God give life to thee. May God give life. May God give life to
So, Kate.
Dad?
Yes, Kate.
Well, Dad, Mom told me this story about how Mary had to ride all over the place on the donkey. But she told the donkey something else.
Oh, she did she? What was that?
You know, I think it's the same name that she has for you when she gets mad.
Kate, moving right along. Is there something about the donkey that you wanted to know about?
Actually, there is. I was just wondering how that pearl jacket donkey felt about being ridden all over the place while Mary and Joseph were looking for a place to have their babies.
Well, I think I can answer that.
I'm only a donkey, a beast of burden. I know that. And stubborn like all my species. But I am no fool. Joseph leads me on, his dear treasure on my back. And I'm not supposed to know about her state. But even in these fading days of autumn, I see the glow of life within her. I will tell you a secret. I don't think Joseph himself knows where we are going. It's not just donkeys that must be led. All creatures can only falter unless God leads them on. This I know, and I will never change my mind. Praise God for all stubborn things. I do not plod, I dance, and my donkey heart rejoices. Lead me on. I cannot dance alone unless you lead me on. I cannot leap in gladness unless you lift me up. From love to love we circle to worlds beyond our sight. For when you lead me, follow, follow, follow. In patterns of your light. Love is a music rounds us, we fly like birds in air. It's flying soul and body, your heart's full of care. Your spirit is the harvest, and all your
I should have listened. They came to the door, dirty, cold, with no place to stay. Of course I told them no. No room for such as them. My best room could never be given to that kind of person. Even a Bethlehem innkeeper has standards. But my soul has troubled me since then. There was something about these two. A pregnant woman, the uncertain young man. Something that shone with quiet light. Oh, I don't know what it was. Well, I was right to turn them away. Let them sleep in the field like their kind does. It bothers me. She seemed so near her time. Her eyes were so needy. And he looked near the end of his strength. I could have given them my own bed. I could have been kind. My God tells me to be kind to strangers. But I cannot throw food to stray dogs. What if my neighbors heard? No, I was right to hold up my standards. I am not a refuge to the poor. They will find somewhere else. I am sure of it. I just wish my soul would keep still.
Thank you.
Okay, she's just a person no better or worse than the rest of us.
The rest of us? But she told Mary and Joseph that she had no place for them to stay. But she did.
Okay, how many times have all of us had no room in our hearts for our son, Jesus Christ?
Well, I never thought about it that way. Then how are all those people going to find out where Mary's having her baby?
What people?
You know, all those wise men, kings, and shepherds.
You mean the kings and the shepherds.
Huh?
The kings were the wise men who were looking for Jesus.
Oh, speaking of wise men, Mom said it wasn't very wise of you to buy that last car.
Oh, she did she? Stop changing the subject.
Okay. Well then, how did all those people find Mary's baby?
Well, let's just say that God can be very illuminating at times.
We thought we would find him in a week. We are kings, after all. We are accustomed to having our way. But now we have traveled and toiled almost beyond our strength. The star is there of late, but too often the clouds hide it. So we must wait, as the world has waited. For such a long time now, waiting for the God of justice to bind up the wounds of God's poor ones. But we are kings, accustomed to having our way. We will never stop, never give up and miss the great sight. There is no one who can stay our journey, even if it lasts a lifetime. We will search. We will search. We will search. We have searched in word and deed through foreign land and far. We have felt it in our souls. Our King will soon be ours. We are sought in the stars to dance.
and Joseph are missing. They should be here at home having their baby in a secure place with a midwife and friends and safety.
Zachary, you worry about so many things. Have you forgotten where Mary and Joseph have gone? To Bethlehem for the census of Herod. They did not just disappear.
They went out on a donkey, Simon. A donkey! And Mary, so heavy with
Why are you
child.
so worried about them? Do you still think their child will be the answer to our prayers? Zach, isn't that a bit of an exaggeration?
Do not be such a skeptic. Yes, I do
I'm
believe
not a
that.
skeptic. I am a realist, Rita.
Stop interrupting me, Simon. Yes, I do believe that all the lines converge to produce this child. I believe that the line stretches all the way to God. But do you realize how dangerous it is on the road? What if Mary has the child before they get to Bethlehem? What if there's no one to help? What if we lose this child or lose his mother, Simon? Then what will happen to our people and to the whole world?
You talked just the same way before Elizabeth got pregnant. Whoa, 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 you would never have a child. Never, never, never. And now you have a wonderful little baby. Can't you let God take care of Joseph and Mary? Let go, Zach.
Always, Simon, always. Of course you're right. But tell me how even God can help a pregnant woman whose husband takes her out parading on a donkey!
right to sleep.
Who wants to see the tallest beauty in the heavens? I love it out here, Obed. There is no other place I would rather be.
Everyone to their own taste, Abby. For my part, I'm ready to leave this job. I've seen enough stars by now, and I think I've counted enough sheep.
They are so fragile, Obed, especially when they get turned on their backs. It would be funny if they weren't so serious. They would lie there forever. So, like us, they are.
I'm glad you think those such things, Abby. You know, maybe this is where you belong. There's too much quiet for me. Too much that is empty. I've tried to like it, but to me, all of this nothing still adds up to nothing.
The silence gives me room, Obed. Something about... Wait, listen. Do you hear it? Do you hear Obed? Listen!
Listen to what? I hear nothing. What are you talking about?
Am I losing my mind? I hear singing, so beautiful, as if the angels were singing to us, inviting us.
You certainly are losing your mind. You love emptiness. You hear angels singing. Settle down and go to sleep.
Do you hear them? They're calling us to Bethlehem. Come, let us go.
Please, Abby, settle down, please. There's no sound out here whatsoever. Please, sir, do not hurt us. We're only shepherds. Abby, what are you talking about?
And this shall be your sign, that infant wrapped in swaddling clothes, and lying in the manger.
Savior of the world? Did you hear that, Obed? They're inviting us to Bethlehem. Come, let us go.
Just a moment, Abby. You're telling me that the Savior of the entire world will be born out here in the wilderness. And in fact, worse, in the little dried-up town of Bethlehem. And it will be an infant in a manger. Surely even you do not believe that.
Others have failed to heed my words. They have been punished.
Did you hear that, Obed? You have to listen. Our whole future is at stake.
I cannot lie. I do not see what you see. I do not hear what you hear. Go if you must.
Peace, Abby. There are many whose souls cannot see or hear his birth. For them, it has not happened yet. And that is why we wait each year. The child also waits to be born into many hearts. Leave Obed alone.
Go with God, Obed.
No, Abby, wait. I will come with you. Maybe my eyes will be open. Who knows?
Yes, let us go now. Come on.
What have you learned from this story?
I guess I learned that we can't have Jesus born until we're ready for him.
Yes, and
And that we need to prepare for him. Just like a mom and dad would prepare to have a baby. They need to make room for that baby. Just like we need to make room for Jesus in our hearts.
that's right.
And all this preparation time is what we Christians call Advent. You know, Dad, it's pretty cool to celebrate Jesus' birthday.
Yes, it is. Anything else?
Yeah, that Christmas, Christmas, is a celebration time, but it's more than that. What I mean is, Christmas isn't just about presents, decorations, and, well, Christmas trees. It's the time that Jesus decided what he was going to do for us.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, Jesus had to make the decision to be born for us so he could make the decision to die for us, right?
Well, I never thought of it that way. You know what? You're pretty wise yourself for a teenager. Come on, let's go get that Christmas tree.
It'll just have to wait.
Well, now he is born, and the shepherds clamor to meet this infant child. The fullness of time has now arrived. But for many, he is not born. Some have ears, but they cannot hear. Some believe, but they cannot trust their own belief. And so they must wait. And you with them, till your own hearts opens up even more to him. I envy you in this time of waiting, in this birthing, the coming forth of God in your lives, like the deep, dependable dawn. So let your stillness await the child. Let that birth happen again and again in